Hi guys, I'm here with Laurent Bonnois from Maximilien Selections, and he's here to talk about his experience in wine as an importer. He imports some wines from the Loire Valley for us and all over France, and yeah, there we go. Okay,
hi.
So, hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good. So, a little bit of history. I know that you worked in New York for a time.
That's correct.
So you worked for Blanquet Rouge in Dumbo, right? Or
yeah.
You owned Blanquet
I actually
Rouge?
Built Blanquet Rouge.
Built? Oh
Owned
man.
and built.
Owned.
I'm very proud of it.
Cool.
Yeah, that was in 2000, yeah.
Right.
And I run the shop for 5 years.
Wow, okay.
By myself, most of it.
Right.
Because at the time Dumbo was kind of like not happening yet.
Yes.
And then I sold it in 2005, had kids, and started to move back to France.
Okay.
And then that's when I decided to import wine here,
Mm-hmm.
because I knew the business, I still had friends, and I love my job. That's
Right,
the only
right.
thing I know. So
Right.
That's
So when you went back to France, how did you begin to find people?
Alors, I relocated in the Loire Valley,
Mm-hmm.
in a town called Bourgueil, and over there, like half of the people work around vineyards. Either they own a vineyard or they work in a vineyard. So that's the major industry.
Right.
So so I started, like, of course, tasting wine and knew people, and I found that some great wines were not imported. So I wanted to share that with my friends in New York.
Right. And what about like the? It seems to me when I look at the book,
Mm-hmm.
we have the paper here, it lists all his wines, right? And we look at it and we say, well, I feel like this would be really good for our consumers. Let's get a bottle and try it, and we see how it is, and then okay, we love it. It's great. How did you pick a focus on like organic and biodynamic, or actual wine, or what natural wine, or whatever you want
Yeah.
to call it?
So the how I test wine is I really want, when I test something, I really want the wine to test where it's from. So if it's from the Loire, he has to test a particular test,
Right.
or the Rhône. So that's one thing. After, he has also to be able to sell here. Some wines are not made for that market, maybe, or very little, and some wines are very well made here also.
Right.
In order to be able to import wine, have to sell wine too. So that's
Right.
the problem too.
Right.
So I select like that. I test, and then I have to know the person, and then if the quality is great, the price is something also important, I go for it.
Cool.
So
So maybe let's talk a little bit about this bottle of wine that we have from Laurent, which is Bourgogne from Domaine du Bel Air.
correct.
This is the 2010, and this is going to be our featured wine on this coming Friday. So by the
Great.
time people seeing this, will be the same day or whatever.
All right.
So it should be fun.
Yeah. All
Talk
right.
about that. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Just let's talk about the region first.
Okay.
So we're looking in the Loire Valley.
Okay.
The Loire is well known for castle from the Renaissance.
Mm-hmm.
It's known also for food, like goat cheese,
Yes.
and also for wine. So I think the most famous wine would be Sancerre, well known, well
Right.
said. And then they do also all sorts of wine in the Loire. It's stretched from Nantes to like close to the central France, so you can have a lot of different style of wines.
Right.
We're talking about today Bourgueil. Bourgueil is a town like on the west part of Tours, the main town over there, and we are a continental climate.
Right.
Not dramatically landscape, some hills, by the river, and the soil is like mostly limestone, clay, and chalk. Chalk is the tufa, we call it, tufa rock. We made castle with that.
Right. Yeah.
Beautiful stone. This estate, Domaine de Bel Air, it's owned by Pierre Gauthier, who is a fourth generation of winemaker.
Wow.
I know. He took over in the 80s from the family business.
Right.
He works with his wife, Catherine, very
Okay.
lovely lady, and their son is joining the group. He has joined the group in 2005.
Cool.
They became organic in 2000.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so it's been 12 years
Yeah, 10 years from this vintage
Yeah,
that we're talking
yeah,
about.
absolutely.
Wow, that's cool.
And now they're getting closer and closer to biodynamic and natural.
Uh-huh.
They really don't want to be in a box because they don't want to be in a box, but they're really working on like being as most natural as they can.
Right. Cool.
So the grape is Cabernet Franc.
Right.
That's what they use in Bourgueil. They're not allowed to use anything else, 100%.
Right.
So the estate, it's about like 45 acres. The total Bourgueil is about 500. So you see, to give you an idea. Like
So it's not actually that small.
No, it's
like
not that small, but there's not that
small.
many winemakers also.
Right.
So they work organically, so that means that they work a lot in the soil. Meaning they grow grass between the vines, important. Right. They use natural mixture to help the vine avoiding diseases. And they do also green harvest, those kind of things.
Right.
You know, very important to get the best grape to make the best wine. Then everything is made by hand. It's hand harvest, of course.
Right.
They bring the wine, the grapes. They at their place. They steam the grapes, put that in cement vat. That's
right.
the traditional way we
right.
do that.
Right.
Then it ferments for about like 8 to 10 weeks, something like that. And very little filtration. I think a third of the wine goes into oak, old barrel, to get more complexity.
Interesting.
And then bottling 12 months later, and you have a great bottle of wine.
And so let's talk a little bit about the wine. And what would you like pair it with? What would you, what do you eat with this? What flavors do you get from the wine?
Alors this is, so Cap Franc tends to make like light to medium body wines.
Right.
Sometimes they can be a little tannic. They need some aging sometimes. This one is not this one. No, not this one. But
sometimes
in general.
Yeah.
This is like light body. I love the texture. It's very silky.
Yeah.
It's great. In terms of flavors, you get like currant, you get violet, you get cranberry as well.
Right.
Very interesting, very juicy.
Yeah.
The tannins are very smooth.
Yeah.
And this goes well with, I'll say, chicken, white meat in general. You could go with that with goat cheese salad, something like that. You know,
yes.
Slice it chilled.
Yeah.
Like half an hour in your fridge. That's great.
Yeah.
And also, if you like, if you don't want white wine with fish, this could go well. Just grilled fish.
Yeah, sure.
That'd be.
And then I'll tell you the other thing that we have it with at home is like in the season for chanterelle risotto. Because it cuts through the fat. It's bright and it's easy. You chill it a little bit. You have this big warm, risotto, and then a little wine. It goes great with that. So.
That works perfectly. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's a great
I think so.
unknown, but I'm here to make it.
Right.
Okay.
Cool. And I think that does it. So thanks very much, man.
Thank you,
Good
Ben.
to see you again, and thanks for coming.
Thank you. Enjoy.